Well, what do you know? The fourth day in a row. So, yeah, I don't know. This is 2 years in advance again. I've been on a complete roller coaster. And, like, mentally and with ideas, and just over the last 4 days, it's been absolutely insane. And it all started with the thing from MrBeast with that video on the cereal, and then the video of him with Casey Neistat, and then me watching back masses of his videos, and then getting all these ideas, and then doing videos, and just like thinking, I can do this, to like, nah, I'm just utterly gonna fail. And like, even within the last 5 minutes, it was like, because I watched this really good video from like this, it was so funny, I'll tell you the wee story. So anyway, I did I've been doing these videos, well, I did like 2 years ago from when you're watching this, these videos, and it was like I did one on like Google trending, and then how to like make a thumbnail PowerPoint, as well as going all about how much MrBeast inspired me. And then this guy called like Ventralism or like he did this because I saw this specific video he mentioned of all these balls, these black balls on this reservoir and that. Anyway, he did this video about what makes a video go viral, and it was like perfectly linked to exactly all these different things I'd been mentioning. Like I'd done like literally the trend, and his video was on the trending thing in terms of the videos, or the video after that anyway. And there was that, and then there was the whole thing about talking to MrBeast and inspired him. MrBeast, he's just an absolute utter genius in every way. Like this guy is just like, here's the thumbnail. MrBeast is like, there's gonna be a banger, and then he's like, the guy's like, oh, I think I'll call it this, and then MrBeast is like, nope, call it this, and it takes off. It's like, he's just gotta be so brilliantly genius. He just knows so well, and it's like, man, I wish I was like him. I so do. This is the most hopeful thing ever. Would be like, as I had the same thought in December 2018. From PewDiePie to MrBeast, from MrBeast to SuperSight. So it was basically the idea. Like, I saw MrBeast, he always aspired to be like PewDiePie. And then it took him years. But eventually he just took off. He did it. He did it. He made the takeoff. And then anyway, I feel like, because although, like, in terms of, like, time, like, yeah, it's just I'm lagging behind significantly. But, like, my huge inspiration is MrBeast, like, hugely. Like, PewDiePie is absolutely awesome, but for me personally, MrBeast is the inspiration. I just, like, hope, it's like, imagine if, like, PewDiePie inspired MrBeast, and then MrBeast inspired me. It would just be, like, this awesome thing. But to me, in my mind, I'm like, I've got all these ideas, but I just feel like I'm just not good enough. I just don't feel that I have the personality. I just don't feel like I have that same enthusiasm as MrBeast did. I just don't feel I can do it. I just think, like, where am I going to get the equipment? Where am I going to get a team to do filming? How is this ever going to work? And as of me right now, I'm thinking, no, it's not. And so, like, literally, like, 5 minutes before this video, I'm like, I watched that video of him going, about how click rate is so important, and I'm just like, literally, it's game over. I've failed. Like, even though, because there's about 20 million YouTube channels, I'm ranked like 450,000th for the most subscribers and views, and it's like with 20k subs approximately. And I look at that video about click-through rate and just see, these experts which be changing thumbnails in real time, and just like put in so much work. They have editors, they have thumbnail makers, they have film crew, and it's like, it's game over. They win. These top incredible channels with the constant incredible content that you just can't beat them. You just can't beat them. Like, I'm just like, and there's me saying at 20k, and there's so many people like lower, that have less subscribers, and like, whoa, you have 20k, you've won. I'm just like, no, I feel like I've lost. It's like, and meaning, like, everyone, if I was correct, it would mean everyone below me at 450,000 is also lost, and it's just these top few channels that are just gonna win. And so I was just like, nah, I feel like I'm so lost. It's like, I cannot be this dream of what I wanted to be. I cannot be this MrBeast. A, because I'm not MrBeast, and B, because I can't duplicate, emulate. But at the same time, I always thought, yes, I love how MrBeast has done it. I love it, but I do want to have this unique thing, this unique, niche, and I feel like I'd find that, not in terms of so I can get views in that, just in terms of content. Like, I would start off, sort of like, I'm doing this commentary trial thing as of 2 years ago, and then I'll sort of try and move into some sort of the odd, skit, and then sort of the odd, like, video, sort of trying to be, like, his kind of ideas that sort of took him off. I'm sort of like studying, how his channel went, from beginning to end, and like where it is now, but not really past the point where he took off. I'm not concerned about that. The point is he's taken off. I'm concerned about that bit that got him from sort of just these commentary guy, with 20k subs, to like when he got to 1 million, just sort of that intermission period, like what was it that really did, and a bit past 1 million. And so I'm sort of looking at that and just sort of thinking about it. But yeah, I don't know. And so then I was just feeling like, after watching that video. Which, it started off ultra inspiring, you know, how he's talking about burnout and how it was all related, and then I was like, this is awesome, I'm loving this, and then he sort of starts talking about how important click rate is. I'm like, okay, I'm screwed. I'm not great at thumbnails. Like, I'm alright, but not really, and I'm never going to be, like, this expert at thumbnails and that. And yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just so crazy how many thoughts it's constant changing. And so, like, literally before that video, you know, I just have the, and I, you know, it's just thinking completely different thing. I just done a heyday video about, you know, how it's hard to maintain that level of, you know, like, enthusiasm and enjoyment in heyday and all that. And then anyway, because, you know, originally I had that same level of excitement in that for heyday, but it's currently gone down a bit. Heyday's a game, for those of you who don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing heyday in 2 years. I'll see. Anyway, yeah, it's I don't know, it's just crazy how quick my ideas and thoughts just, and like, I just go mentally up and mentally down, just like a roller coaster, literally within the space of like 5 minutes, and like do. And so it was like I was like really high, and then I was sort of thinking all about this Clash Clans Heyday stuff, and then sort of to here, and then it sort of I was like here, and then I just watched this video, I'm just like straight to the bottom. And then anyway, I got this, I responded to, if I do succeed, I will 100% have to thank Lynn Stinwell for being part of that. Lynn Stinwell has just been constantly inspiring me, motivating me, encouraging me, and I so appreciate everything she's done. So if in 2 years this is released, because I won't release it if I failed, if it is, that will be a massive thanks to Lynn Stinwell. I cannot thank her enough for all this, just honestly, I just can't. But yeah, anyway, then and so I just sort of said, like, you know, I said sort of my response to the video, which was like, start off positive, and because I was writing, I'd write it, and then, you know, watch a bit, write it out what I thought, and then, you know, play it, and then write a bit more, and then it sort of was like, this is amazing. She just, no, I feel like I've failed, I've lost. And then anyway, she just, and it's just like, and it's sort of, it's almost like, I just feel like giving up then. It's like, no, I'm not gonna be MrBeast, I'm not gonna be anything like him, I've failed, I'm just gonna, it's just like, as I used to think, you know, it's like, either I'm gonna like really succeed and be awesome, or I'm just gonna utterly fail. It's either like, do people enjoy me? Like, enjoy watching me and find me entertaining? It's yes or no, and if the enough majority think no, it's a failure. But anyway, I was just so encouraged by her email. Just the real, like, 2 or 3 sentences, and then whoosh, I'm way back up here. I'm like, I got this. And I look at this, and this will look so silly. The audio is bad. This here is just not the best either. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, it was so inspiring, and I don't know, I think here, and I'm just like, 2 years, I just don't see it. I don't see a plausible way to get anywhere close to, you know, like, I don't see, yeah, like, even to 100,000. It's like, how am I going to get to 100,000 subscribers? I don't see that happening. There's limited interest in Battlelands and Heyday. It's like, I can do other content, but people have to find it interesting. You know, I've done all these, you know, commentary, MrBeast, like, random type awesome videos. Well, I think that I tried to make them awesome, but ultimately, if you want to find them awesome, they're just going to fail. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just, it's sort of grounded in, like, you know, I have to be realistic. But then if I'm being realistic, how am I realistically going to reach 100k? But at the same time, I hold this hope. I'm like, maybe something will happen. Maybe I'll think of these award-winning ideas, like, as in not like they actually get awards, but like ideas that will actually work and actually succeed and actually be interesting. But I can't, as of right now, I'm just like, I just can't see a plausible way to like 100k. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully something incredible happens. Hopefully I figure it out. And I don't know, it'll be the weirdest flippin' thing ever watching this back in 2 years. If I actually succeed, I'll be like, what? Like, you're just looking at me, like, right now. And then it'll be weird because I'm, like, thinking about how I'll be looking at me in 2 years. But then it'll be, like, looking at me now. And, oh, this crazy thought. But yeah, it'll just be like, if this succeeds, it will be just like, whoa. But I feel like it's, like, gonna fail. But at the same time, I hold hope that it will actually succeed. And it will be crazy. I don't know, this might be the last one I do on this series I've made. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow. It's just sort of been really random, doing all these videos in a row. And just like this constant inspiration from MrBeast. It's, yeah, honestly, MrBeast and Lynn Stinwell is just like, I love it how people don't have to do anything. Like MrBeast, he literally never did anything specifically, yet all of a sudden I'm ultra inspired, and like it's just changing the whole course of, you know, like everything. But at the same time, like, Lynn has been completely involved and very, very encouraging. So thank you so much, Lynn, and thank you so much, MrBeast. And of course, we're in the awesome MrBeast logo. Let's go, MrBeast. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna wrap that up. I don't know how to finish it. I hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and get this ready, because I don't like cutting it and taking the time to do it and feel more. Well, I can, but there's no point. It just cuts off a tiny bit at the end. Anyway, remember, Mr. Beast is very, very, very awesome.